Okay, we are not quite at 24 hours. We're at 22 hours, but it's going to rain here in a little bit. And I really will not have any time for the rest of the week to take a look at these grafts. So I am curious, and I'm going to check it out right now and just see if any of them took. So we're at about 22 hours, I would guess. Well, this is what the graft frame looks like. And I'd probably say, whoop, I probably have 50% take, looks like. Those ones in the middle aren't being touched, so yeah. 50% I'd be happy with, to be honest with you. And maybe more, I don't know. We'll have to see when the final is done. But so far, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. So let's get them back in, buckle them up, and then I'll take a look at them next week. Sorry for the terrible camera work, but it's hard to work with just one hand. And but if I can get 50%, that's why I did 24. I figured on 12, making it. Pretty happy with that. So 50%, I'll take it. I hope for more, but 50% is it. 12 new queens. I'll try for another batch a week from today, or a week from yesterday. You know, we'll go from there. When we got a group of guys on the Upper Midwest beekeeping chat group, and all of them have, well, not all of them, but the vast majority of them have attempted to graft queen cells this season, and that was the reason. Producing your own queens, kind of the reason why I created that chat group, was to bounce ideas off each other. And so far, it seems to be really working well. I learned a lot from the guys in the group. Everybody has tweaked, the queen rearing and queen grafting to their own equipment, to their own situation. And that's what you have to do this. We don't all have the same equipment. We don't all have same weather, the same honey flow, the same. Some of the guys had started 2 weeks ago. Some of the guys have been grafting for years, and I learned a lot from them. One of the guys had suggested that some of the grafts that I might have taken were too big. You want to get the larvae that are the size of look like a comma rather than a C. I might have chosen some of the older ones, and it might be why some of my grafts didn't take, because actually they all went in really, really well. So I was really happy with that. So that might have been a reason why they didn't jump on all of them and produce a queen cell. But I'll take half any day for a first attempt of the year. Really a first attempt at, this is my second attempt, but it's my first one where I had all my ducks in a row. Plenty of bees, the right grafting tools, the right situation, right glasses, right light. So 50% for my first time out, I'll take it all day long. But I got to strive to be better next time. So learning from the guys in the group, it will really help me. Some of the guys are using cloak boards on their cell builders. Some of the guys are using 6-frame, and they can move their grafting frame from slot A to slot B, and then put another grafting frame in later, and then leave this cell builder as a finisher for themselves. Some guys have incubators, some guys do not. So you have to. Plan for your own situation, your own equipment, and what your plans are in the future. I only have like 21 mating nukes, so it's not like I can go and graft 50 virgins. Now I do plan to trade with a couple of guys. I do plan to hopefully sell to local guys and get my stock out there into my local area. Hopefully I can get it out there at a reduced rate, and my genetic stock can be in the area. That would be ideal. I do not know anybody like really, really close to me that keeps bees. So hopefully I can put a word out to my club, and maybe there's some guys that are really close to me that are interested in swapping queens or just buying extra queens that I might have, if I have extra queens, that is. If I only got 12 here, well, then I won't have any extra queens. I'll just create mating nukes for all of them and take them. But if I do a second round, well then, and that takes, well then I'll have some extra queens later on this summer. So again, I reiterate that if you plan on keeping more than just a couple of boxes of bees, that you think about raising your own queens. It's kind of rewarding experience. They say curiosity killed the cat. I am a curious type. I didn't have to go into that nuke box for a week, but I want to know what's going on, and I learn from that as well. That's how I learn about how the bees create, and maybe I can correct my technique or whatever I do if I don't have enough bees in there. That can be an issue, as you saw on that grafting frame. There was plenty of bees on all those grafts, so it wasn't a shortage of bees at all. Yeah, everything's a learning experience, and we'll just continue on. So, stay tuned for updates on this grafting, and like I said, I'll post more as we get going, and take you through all the mating nukes and whatnot with my grafting, and then we'll go into winter and see how these grafts survive winter. That's the number one goal. I have to have bees that can survive our winters here, and survive not only to March, but through April, and then in May. And I'm learning a lot more about my bees that I can't expect. I can feed them pollen all they want. They're not going to build up into serious honey producing colonies until right around June 1st. I'm looking at all my colonies, and we're gearing up. Our honey flow, although we have plenty of flowers and nectar and things right now, and just look right behind me. You can kind of see all the flowers. But although there's plenty of flowers everywhere, our nectar flow really does not start until mid to third week of June, and it lasts till the third week of July, roughly. So I gotta gear everything for the honey flow for the third week of June. So if my bees aren't building up till May, so be it. In June 1st, if I do a split, great. June 1st, I still have 3 weeks to get those bees built up in time for the honey flow. Two nice hives ready for the honey flow starting June 21st. So around here, everybody's different. Every region is different. Some of my friends that are in Lower Michigan, they were in a honey flow already. They were putting honey supers on. Some of my friends down in central Wisconsin or not central Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin are already kind of starting into a honey flow. But up here, that's just not the case. So anyways, till next time, take care. If you like the videos, give me a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe, and take care.